I'm so proud of Bay Area baseball fans right now. What just happened in Oakland is one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen a franchise's fan base ever do. So, of course, as you probably know, if you're clicking this, June 13th, A's fans staged a reverse protest where they bought as many tickets as possible and went out to the ballpark to catch the Rays versus A's game. And it worked. Like, so many people showed up. It was 27,000 people showed up to the game on a Tuesday night, no less, which is amazing. That is so great. And I'm not gonna lie, I had my doubts about this. I didn't think this was gonna do anything. I didn't think that this was gonna ever have any legs, and I'm very happy to be wrong. Just the fact that this many people showed up, even if this does nothing to move the needle in the right direction to keep Oakland baseball alive, at least it's a showcase of what the A's are leaving behind. And the best part about this whole thing that just happened is that there was no way to hide it. There were some reports that the A's in Major League Baseball have been trying to smother this story a little bit, and that they were like clipping videos a little bit differently, and this was impossible to hide. The amount of fans wearing the green cell shirt, the signs that were everywhere, the chants, there was no way they could suppress this, and I think that's what made me the happiest about it. Is because if you were gonna do something like this, you had to make sure it was heard, right? It couldn't be a whisper, it had to be a scream. And that's exactly what happened at the Coliseum on Tuesday night. And I think just this whole saga, I haven't really dipped my toe into this just because it felt moot, unfortunately. Mostly because Major League Baseball has seemingly allowed this to just happen, if not actively encourage it to happen. And that's just so disappointing. It's so anti-fan, and it's extremely frustrating as someone who grew up watching the American League West. I've been an Angels fan for as long as I can remember, and there were some really, really good games between the Angels and the Oakland A's. Not only that, the A's and the Angels had been rivals in the mid to late 2000s. Like the back and forth between those two clubs, those were some of the best games I've ever watched. Because when I think of Oakland A baseball and what it could be, full disclosure, I'm 30 years old, born in 92. So when I think of it, it's the Grant Balfour years, right? Those years of Grant Balfour jogging out of the dugout and the headbangers on the sidelines and the music going crazy and people screaming and yelling and the drums and all the craziness that Oakland A baseball brought. That's what I think of. That's the golden era in my mind. And what that shows to me is that that's not even that far removed. It wasn't even 20 years ago. And that it can go from that to what it is now is so disappointing, and it's not on the fans, even in the slightest. And again, I think that's what's so disappointing is that Major League Baseball has allowed it to happen this way. So is this reverse boycott going to work? Is it going to change their minds? Is it going to stop the A's from moving to Vegas? No. So that's obviously also very disappointing. I wish that Major League Baseball would stand with the fans here. And what Oakland fans have done is extremely commendable. I'm very happy they did it, if anything, just to ruffle feathers. But its lasting impact, I think, is just one last reminder of what you're giving up. Oakland fans deserve baseball. They deserve a new stadium, and they deserve a competitive team. And it's unfortunate that that has not been the case for years now, and that it has been an active dismemberment of all things Oakland A's baseball. And I'm gonna miss it. I am. Again, the Angels fan inside of me, especially at the time, hated the Oakland A's. But now, and I think this goes for a lot of people as you get older and start appreciating the things that you like, and this goes for outside of baseball too, but when you think back of the things as you're growing up and the things that you watched and were a part of, even if they were bad at the time or annoying or frustrating at the time, you kind of look back at it fondly. And I'm always going to look back at those rivalry games. Josh Donaldson in Oakland, the Dallas Braden perfect game on Mother's Day, right? The AL wildcard game. These moments, while I was actively rooting against that team, are going to be the lasting images in my mind of Oakland A's baseball. And I hate that there's an entire fan base that is going to lose that. Baseball should stay in Oakland. And I 100% stand with all the fans that were there in person and who were not. Let me know what you're thinking about Oakland and, of course, this whole saga of what is potentially the end of A's baseball in the Bay Area. Let I'll be hanging out in the comments section down here. If you're new around these parts, hit subscribe. I do MLB coverage right here on my YouTube channel. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. I'm Steve Granado. Later.